Hey, welcome back. Uh, we have a small scroll saw. Now, this is a 16-inch Delta. It also has a variable speed. I think you can see the knob right here. Variable speed. There's a switch. Oop, gotta take this back down. So, this one here is really great for doing small things. When I'm talking about small, it's like thin pieces of wood. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say about small pieces, not actually a small, but it does cut a 16-inch because you measure from back here to the blade, and that gives you the size that you can operate with. You can cut, I guess, they do make 18-inch, and they make like the other one's a 24-inch. The other one I have. Now, I found some of these on, well, I've seen a lot of them actually on Facebook Marketplace. I think it started like $100 and then go down. So you can just look and see what you can get it for, of somebody. Excuse me. If it's all rusty and you find one that's kind of rusty, it's real easy to fix these things. You can start by using maybe 220 sandpaper and then go down to a 320. I use just a palm sander like this, and I just sand it up to something like this. And then, of course, you wipe it off. You definitely got to wipe it off because if it's rust, you're going to have to rust all over it. And then I use a wax. This is a furniture wax. That's all I use on it. And I'll put furniture wax. I use it on my table saw and my other saws. That's what I use for it. It's just regular furniture wax. Buff it in, buff it out, like that. So, uh, if you're going to get into it, the great thing to do is start out small. Small, skinny pieces of wood. That's what I really mean. So if you're going to make something like, say, Christmas ornaments or holiday tree ornaments, you want to call them, or Halloween or anything like that, just start out making things small. Okay, it's about the easiest. And look for a medium blade, something that can cut curves with the teeth really close because you're going to be running something thinner. Now you can go thinner than this. I think this is probably a half inch. So you can go a lot lower, skinnier than that. You can clear down a quarter-inch piece of wood. Uh, and definitely the difference in this one, well, the difference in this one, this is a pinless, and then they have some pins. So if you're looking for blades, this one here, like I said, is pinless, and normally they have a little pin running right through here. Now I've pulled those pins out before and went ahead and used the blades. Now this is a pretty thick blade. It would basically be for more straight cut. So if you're going to cut straight across something like this, that's basically what that. You can do some turns on it, but you can't do them real tight turns on them. Or if you're going to use a thicker piece of wood like this, it works really well for that. And then, of course, the blade starts dropping. They get smaller, like this size here. They get really small, and then they get really small down to, very, very small here. Now, this one here, I think this one is this will cut either way. It'll cut forward or backwards, this blade here. Okay, so the teeth, what it is, it's like this here, what it looks like, with the teeth running across it, and then they take it and twist it, and they bend that around like that, okay? And that's how you get those teeth all the way around there. They'll be all the way around. They just kind of bend it. They just twist that, and they're very, very sharp. These are very sharp. You can feel them pulling on my skin when I, through my fingers. But this is one of these is actually for cutting small things, but you can cut forward and backwards like this, like emotional rotation like this. That's what makes it nice. So if you would have a piece, say even just like a circle here, and you had a circle, of course you got to drill a hole through it first, and then take this off and put it in. But it would actually cut this way or it'll cut this way. It'll go both ways. So that kind of makes it neat if you have something like, uh, say you have a pattern, something like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just drilling off, doing it. The blade will be able to go here and then cut straight over this way. So when you're starting to cut, the blade would cut back, then this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. But if you're using a blade like this, you'd have to keep turning the piece. You know what I'm saying, to get it to cut. So there is a difference in the blades, and also there is a difference in what type of blade you do buy. But I would just suggest you to go ahead and pick up just a handful of blades, maybe from your local hardware store or whatever, and just go ahead and start getting used to running your machine. Now, the way this one here operates, you can see there's a lever on the top here, and it releases the pressure on the blade here. Now, there's a quick release here that pops it off, and then the blade just sets up in here. So if I pull this back, you can see the blade just kind of sets there. And then, of course, on this other side, there's a little bit of adjustment where you can tighten it up to make it tighter. Okay. A little bug here. Okay, and then we just pull this back over here. Now, what we have here, up here, there's a little lever here, and it pulls down this. And I like this thing they put on here because it kind of holds the piece. So when you're doing something, because what will happen is, if you don't have something to hold it, you got to hold down on the top here a good bit. If not, it'll kind of slap back and forth because it's pulling up on that blade's pulling that piece up. You know what I mean? So by putting this like right here, and then drop it down, and just put just a tiny. Well, you don't want too much pressure on it, because then it's hard to get the piece to go through. So you have to just learn how to adjust it. So you might have a little bit of pressure on it like this, and you might want a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? This one has a little blow tube on it, and it helps to blow off the stuff that's on your workpiece. This one came loose for some reason. I don't know what happened to it, but it needs to be tightened up right here. And that's basically about it with it. So if we was going to cut a piece, let me go ahead and I'm just going to do a little, nothing too big, just to kind of a little bit of a draw here. And then we're going to cut this piece. Now, you don't have to have these variable speed if you don't want. I mean, some of them have like 1 speed or 2 speeds. So it's either going to be low or high. But if you like the variable speed, they are nice because you can adjust it and do anything you want to do to it, when you're doing into the project. So let me go ahead and cut this piece. Now, this is slow. Now, the table, this is not bolted down to the table. So this thing has a tendency to move. But you know what I did? One thing I didn't do, I didn't tighten this back up. There you go. Okay, now let me turn it on. Okay, now that's cutting it slow. We can cut that. I don't have my glasses on, so it's gonna be hard to see it though. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see. Let me get back on it. They always say cut right on the line if you're gonna cut. They don't say cut on the side. They say cut right on the line. Let me get around this way. Yeah, I should have my glasses on. Damn it. Well, I'm cutting something like that. You can see it. Okay, there you go. That cuts this one. Now, that's a thin piece of wood. Now, we have something like this. I was just messing around with it just a little bigger. Like I said, I like using these scroll saws. Okay, now I'm going to speed it up on this one, but I'm going to have to reset it first. Let me turn it off here. Let me go ahead and reset it. There we go. Now I'm going to turn it up higher. Okay, there you go. See, that's not too bad there. I mean, take that and sand that up a little bit, and whatever it's going to be. I don't know. I just did a marking there. So there you go. That was a nice little cut. And like I said, I could spend hours and hours not thinking about anything, but with the projects you're going to do, pick up some patterns. There's a couple different companies out there that you can buy patterns off of. They sell other things too. I mean, they sell, the whole plans of building bigger things, but they have a lot of scroll saw patterns. There's a lot of them out there. You can find some free ones online too. I found those. They had the Halloween, just the faces on there that you can print off, and then, just like I said, put them on a piece of wood, and then paste them down, and then take the scroll saw and cut them out. It come out pretty nice. So. Okay, that's it for today, and I hope it helps you guys. Somebody that really wants to, uh, use a scroll saw and learn how to use it. Just take your time. Look after you buy the blades. Just buy some cheap blades right now. Something not real cheap, but something that you can use, and buy a variety pack of them that's got different types of blades, like the real skinny or real thick or whatever. And that way, when you do that, you'll be able to kind of see which one you like, or get used to how to use them. So. Okay, that's all we have today, and I hope you guys learned something. And if you did, um, if you liked the video, please subscribe to it, and thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And that's it for today, guys. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.